So I wanted to create this video to help you understand a very important thing about the immune system, and I'm going to relate it to how HIV destroys your immune system. Now, HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus, and this virus causes acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is a broadly named condition that can create a lot of problems for someone. But mainly, you lose your defenses. You lose your immune system. Now, this is interesting because this virus has a very unique strategy of attacking something that is so important that it basically knocks the entire army out, all by attacking this one cell, the T helper cell. The T helper cell is one of the T cells, stands for thymus because it actually gets its training in the thymus gland. The T helper cell is the most important immune cell because what it does, it's required for all adaptive responses. What do I mean adaptive responses? There's two parts of the immune system. You have the primal immune system, which you're born with, that knows what to do. It doesn't need any training, and it pretty much takes care of the day-to-day activities of defending you. But when things get more threatened, you have another part of the immune system called the adaptive or the acquired that start to recruit additional very specialized specific cells that do certain jobs. This system is all coordinated by the T helper cell. I look at this cell like the general that coordinates the plan of attack and recruits the specific types of immune cells that are needed for the battle, and also has a lot of estimation and judgment of what type of weaponry that your body is going to need and what type of power and force that is needed to overcome the enemy, which is the virus or the bacteria or some other pathogen. HIV virus is very sneaky because it fuses with the T helper cell, and then it starts taking over the DNA and it starts reproducing, leaving your T cells completely wiped out. Basically, you don't have much of an immune system anymore. Now, if you think about it, the T helper cells are recruiting killer T cells, which are your special forces that are dedicated to killing viruses. Thus the word killer T cells. The T helper cell activates and grows the killer T cells. It also maximizes the killing power of the macrophages. And macrophages are cells that eat viruses and bacteria. They're very large, and putting it into a sack of acid and enzymes and other chemicals to kill it. And I'm talking about hydrogen peroxide, the main ingredient to bleach. They use that. They also have antibiotics and other enzymes, so it's quite an interesting weapon. Also, the T helper cells activate the B cells. B cells stand for bone, as in bone marrow. That's where a lot of the immune systems are developed. But the B cells are those that make antibodies that help neutralize the chemical reactions. The antibodies don't kill anything. They pretty much just tag the virus, okay, as the enemy, so these other cells can go there and find and kill off the virus or bacteria. Now, think about it. If you wipe out this cell right here, you don't get any of these actions right here. Why am I talking about this? Well, one reason is there is a nutrient that can keep these cells strong. And if this nutrient is deficient, they're inhibited. And I'm talking about vitamin D. If you're deficient in vitamin D, your T helper cells will be suppressed. If someone had AIDS, it would be very, very smart to take a lot of vitamin D. And the other thing I want to mention, which is also interesting, is that this HIV virus not only takes out this T helper cell, but it also blocks your vitamin D receptors, limiting your ability to absorb vitamin D. Vitamin D is crucial in immune function. So apparently this virus is very, very sneaky. It knocks out not only the main controller, but the main nutrient that your body needs to keep the immune system healthy. It all comes back to having a strong immune system in the first place to prevent an infection, and also understanding the key nutrients involved in that. Vitamin D is one of the big ones. If you wanted to know all the nutrients that are involved in a strong immune system, I created a video right here. Check it out.